So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the first pages that we ever created, each of us, and then one of our more recent pages to contrast that. So who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay.
My first page was my neighbor was scrapbooking, and I knew it was like this art and photos mixed together, and I thought, oh, if I get into scrapbooking, she kept saying, oh, you should do it, it's so fun. I thought, if I get into scrapbooking, there is no turning back. It's gonna be ugly.
You know, that was different for me. When my friend tried to get me to scrapbooking, I'm like, I don't do that. I don't do the art thing. I don't do the, oh yeah, she had to really convince me to give it a try.
Well, as a photographer, I knew this would be, like, deadly. You know, I just knew this would be a deadly mix for me. So my first page, and we'll show it up on your blog, is a fun in the sun layout, and I did it at my dining room table, and it was so exciting. I showed anybody with eyeballs this page. Look what I made! And back then, the funniest thing about scrapbooking back then was they didn't make 12 by 12 paper.
Right.
It was 8.5 by 11, and so you'd have to cut up your paper to fit it on this 12 by 12. And so I loved this page, and at this time I had one acid-free marker. It was black.
Me too.
And then I bought a little pack, and it was 4 zig markers. And I was but my kids actually, do your kids love to look at their scrapbooks?
I have to say that my kids' favorite scrapbook of everything I've ever made, and I've made hundreds of pages, their favorite is the first scrapbook I ever made. The first one.
I think they're younger, and I think the pages were more fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When I first started scrapbooking, though, I had like hardly any time. I was in corporate and working like 70 hours a week. I mean, it was a nightmare. It's funny because my first page, the date on my first page is 2000, and then you flip the page over, and it's 2000, 2001, and 2002, all on the same page, like 3 different pictures. I mean, I hardly was ever able to scrapbook back then. And then my best friend got me into scrapbooking, and it was something that she and I did together, and it just became just a passion. I will do it every day.
It's my creative outlet now.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the more productive hobbies.
Yeah.
Memories, family, celebrating life, you know.
Fantastic.
And my first page was, like, there's absolutely no embellishments on it. I used all of this circle and oval cutters. I was so proud, but it took me like 5 hours to do this layout because I just kept pushing it around, and I still do the same thing now. But there's no sticker, there's no...
See, you could any kind of fill flash there.
Like, yeah, on all of these.
Beautiful.
But after I wrote a book called Freestyle, and I saw in here that people were attaching some of their pictures with masking tape. With my artist background in painting, I was like, it was a completely different realm for me.
Liberation.
I was like, wow, there's no rules. I could do whatever. I mean, but except you don't want to ruin your pictures, so you have to be careful what you use. But
right. Well, for me, my first 3 years of scrapbooking was all creative memories. I still love creative memories, but that's all I knew. And then just one day I was walking through Michael's, and I saw, it might have been a Pinecone press book. I saw it, and it just kind of like opened the door, like, oh, there's another world out there. And so, while I still love creative memories, I'm glad I could bring in all these other things, too. So, I'm going to show you my first page.
Yes,
I have to tell you about this because here it is. And I remember creating this page, and I was so proud of it. And I had the
deco corner all the way back then.
Yeah. And I took my pen, that one pen I had, and I did the drawing. And I remember putting all these little tiny hearts on the board, and I thought, oh, I have a border on my page, and I was so proud of it. And I tell you, I would never in my lifetime change this page. Even though I know I could go back and I can put the photos on another, make it really beautiful. This is part of my history.
Right.
So I love looking back at this page and seeking up and look at how I scrapbooked then and how I contrast that to what I do now. But I would never change this first page or any of the pages that I've done in the past, honestly. So, and I did want to mention something else. So this album, this first album, is my kids' favorite album. And so remember when we had the fires down here in San Diego? Mm-hmm. So when we had the fires, we had to evacuate one night, and I grabbed 2 albums, and they were the first 2 albums I've ever created. This one and another one, and by far, in terms of artistic and how they look, they were not the best by far, but they were the most sentimental to me, and they meant the most to my family. So if I had them, I was happy. So.
Yay!
So. Well, I think that as far as my newest layout,
let's contrast that.
I think that what I have going on here is I've kept a lot going on. I always liked a lot of things on my layouts. I never was comfortable with, like, you know, all this negative space.
Mm-hmm. All the white space,
So I still have a lot of detail and bright colors. Bright colors are my thing. So this is my latest layout and has the brand new Queen and Company on it.
Cute. Right.
So
beautiful. Missy's so cute. The difference between my first page and here's my most recent baby page. It's not the latest page I've made, but it's my most recent baby page. And I think that the difference between what I did before is that it's not a white background. I love pattern paper, so I've got that page is pure pattern paper pretty much. And I love die cuts, so I've brought in some fun die cuts, and I like to make them myself. And what else? Oh, the other thing that I think I do differently, if you look at my first page, there's kind of no focal point, but I like to bring in a large photo and then maybe have some other photos just to sort of support the page, but I like having a focal point. So that's kind of the big differences between my first page and where I am now. Right. And how about you? Yours are really different.
Yours are more polar opposites.
I mean, the colors. Actually, I normally don't do really bright colors. These are still my favorite colors to use. I still love the blues and the neutral colors, and blue is just my absolute favorite color. But I am comfortable using more color and just texture.
Texture. You have the Queen and Company felt here. I love the self-adhesive.
You know, when I saw this, I had just taken the picture of her pink hair, and I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this.
Awesome. Great.
So, yeah.
Well, that's great. Okay. Oh, we wanted to bookmark this.
Yes. Yeah, okay. We have a bookmark this. It is scrapscene.com. Have you seen it?
I have. It's actually linked from my blog.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Cool. It's linked on my blog, too.
Oh, it's not linked on my blog.
Okay, she's
going
to
link it on my blog.
It just has also the latest news in scrapbooking and just a lot about the scrapbook celebrities. So it's always fun to check out and see what they're up to. But it just has a lot of fun new projects always being updated, too, right?
Right.
So, scrapscene.com. Check it out. Is there anything else?
No.
You probably didn't say goodbye.
Oh, a prize.
Oh, we have a prize.
Okay. Hey, let's see. Vote on your favorite. No, I'm just kidding. Vote on your favorite layout. No, so kidding. We have 2 prizes for Valentine's Day from Pinecone Press. We have the Be Mine idea book. And the idea book actually has ideas to go along with the kit. We have this darling little kit here.
This is cute.
This is by Mara Johnson, Creative Imagination.
Oh, it's Mara Johnson.
And then you have ideas. And this one is darling. This is a great little Valentine's kit.
Yeah.
Lots of hearts.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's so cute.
And this is like a flap book in here, and it has ribbons and buttons. The buttons are darling, and a book to go with. So we have 2 prizes this time.
2 prizes. Okay.
And they just leave a comment?
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment under the video. That's it?
That's it.
Okay, well, thanks again. We'll talk to you later. Not talk to you lader.
Oh,
thanks
we'll
again.
blog with you, or video blog with you later.
Well, video blog with you later.
Bye.
Such a dork.
Okay. You turn it off. You turn it off. Okay.